Yeah, the stream I was watching last night on EDC.
Dude, he fucked up.
Yeah, so the video that that Swoop is showing to Robert right now.
That's a real glitch.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro.
What happened? His USB's like corrupted or something.
Like it started like it's like yeah. So during Marshmallow's set at EDC last night, and what a lot of people were saying, and he said himself that it was maybe the rain because it was raining, bro. Like some time of
Probably.
EDC last night, there was clouds, and he was saying that you can see right there that I don't know what's going on. Like everything's not working. They're gonna figure it out. And
I hope so.
have you guys came across anything like that? Like CDJ wise, where you're playing and it's not actually it's not your USB. Like you've played all these other CDJs, but you go to these pair of CDJs and it starts acting up. It starts glitching. Like that shit happens. Like,
yeah, no, it happens. I think it wasn't the USB. It had to be the CDJs for sure.
Oh yeah,
because whatever that was,
he had 4.
Yeah,
that broke on him.
And all 4 of them weren't working.
Yeah, all 4 corrupted. He said. He had to go back. He was like, "I'll be right back."
That's interesting because then I was thinking that maybe just like one of the decks got like water damage or something like that, so it was like glitching out. Or it could have been the mixer that was fucked up.
And you know what I think it could have been too? That's happened at our shows, particularly at low end sometimes, is and we've seen this happen where we troubleshooted it too, and like we figured what it was. I'm not saying this is what it was last night, but what it could have been is that because they have all those CDJs linked, one of the cables might have been loose, and a lot of times that causes whatever's playing to.
I see what you're saying.
I mean that happened. At some of our low end shows, and this could have been a case, but that could have been a case too, where some of the rain from the weather out in Las Vegas got into the gear, and while Marshmallow was playing, the hardware was just starting to malfunction.
His USB got wet. That makes sense.
Okay,
that
the USB
makes
could have
sense.
gotten wet. No, for sure.
Is water really wet?
Hey, I mean, they were playing a bunch of pool parties all EDC week. Hey, Marshmallow for sure. He's a high name artist playing these pool parties.
Could have been like a heat thing too at the end of the day.
Bro, waterproof USBs was good.
Changing the game.
Dude, waterproof CDJs. Bro.
How do we put that to the test though?
Dude, I don't think that's possible, bro, to like mix. Well, I mean, there's waterproof speakers. Like the mini speakers,
Phones
right?
are waterproof, bro.
Yeah.
So they could do it.
So I mean, it's the material. Then it's gonna have to be the material that the speaker uses, right?
Well, I mean, CDJs are all buttons and stuff and whatnot, right?
Yeah, because
so it doesn't have to be touchscreen or anything. So as long as the buttons are intact, we should be good.
Our phone is waterproof and it still plays sound. So
underwater?
No. Like once you
I was
put
about to say.
Well, I mean, I've never tried it. Hey, but that would be sick if there was like a water speaker that translated water frequencies into listenable frequencies, but you're like under the water.
Feel the vibrations in the water.
Like, you know, like how whales, they communicate through vibrations. Like, imagine like we're able to actually like get a speaker that translates that audio information. Bro, I'm just.
You try to have exotic animals.
You ever been to a diving festival, dog?
What?
A diving festival?
Diving?
Yeah.
Festival?
Oh yeah, bro.
Like where people jump off cliffs? And
and then scuba diving too. Scuba diving festivals. Underwater stages and shit.
What?
Mermaid stage? Ursula stage?
Tripping.
Alright, I'm tripping now. I'm just speaking bullshit.
Shout out Little Mermaid.
No, but that is happening to me. Going back to the topic of technical difficulties with CDJs. I like to think that a lot, especially for an event like that, I like to think the person that's going to be running on CDJs has done their fair dues of making sure that they're prepared when they go up to those CDJs, right? I mean, even a DJ online has mentioned that why doesn't the music festivals just provide like a demo CDJ like in the artist's like green room just so people can like troubleshoot and like double check before they go on. I'm just like, well, that's a good idea, but you could just go to like another smaller stage and just check real quick.
You could have done that before you got to the
Or you
festival.
could have done that before. Yeah, so it's like
True.
some people were saying, well, we don't got
Basically-
we don't got that gear. We don't got that gear to practice it on CDJs, because that's the biggest thing. Is the CDJs like, and the controllers, like you can find like some fair standalone USB record box controllers now, but
they got a stack, dog. They're lying. That's why they always have like 2 sets of CDJs like next to each other, just in case like one breaks or something like that.
when you're about to play, do you spend like the whole day like preparing for a set, or do you spend not too much? I feel like the whole day preparing for a set sometimes.
No. I mean, I don't really like to go into my sets like last minute stuff. You know, like I always like even like now, like I'm taking like the time like my days off to like work on new materials, and then like I'll always add it to like my new sets, or like I'll just make a fresh set like every now and then. You know, I always have like my shit prepared. Always. I'm not making like last minute stuff unless it's like hot cues that I have to do. Then I'll do like those like last minute, because I had to go from like Serato to record box.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like my like weak point is just making sets, like putting sets together. Like it's just, I definitely wait last minute. But,
hey,
to do it all.
I know why.
Yeah, I need new music.
You need the fresh music.
Yeah, like, but honestly though, like I'm getting to the point now where I realize like sometimes having like the just all fresh new music isn't the best thing. Sometimes you want like noticeable music, people that or music that people have already listened to, so that they could like really engage with your set. Because opposed to just hearing all new music, like no one's gonna be like,
or an original set of an artist you haven't really like heard.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's good to like put in some crowd favorites or my favorites at the same time.
You have your signature songs at the end of the day that you like. And that people know like, oh, he's probably gonna play this and this. You know?
Exactly. So that's why like now I need to like stop being last minute with my sets. Like literally like a day or two before is when I'll do my shit.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, because like before I like started like prepping my sets like how I did now, I used to be a freestyle DJ like all the time. I was just like, yeah, like, you know, it's cool. But now I'm just like, I'd rather have my shit prepared, because it's like what I worked hard for, you know, see what people like enjoy.
I think what I've been doing a lot more lately too is just I have a bunch of different sets, like just a bunch of different ones, right? And then when I show up, I'm just like, all right, what am I feeling right now? Like, which one are we gonna go off of? And then I'm just going between sets at this point.
But see, that's the beauty of it. You have options, and if like, you know, even if you get bored with this one, you're like, oh, I'm gonna try this one out now.
Exactly. I think that's probably the way to go about it. I mean, it's so hard now to keep track of just music by just downloading it and putting it into like a EDM playlist or trap playlist or a dubstep playlist. I really have to separate everything now.
I do that daily. I'm on SoundCloud like Monday through Friday, legit.
Swear.
You're on SoundCloud enough then.
No.
It's a Monday. It's a Monday. It's a 24/7, bro.
24/7.
It's not, dude. Bro, on my phone. What's the first app I got open right now? It's not SoundCloud. I'm just playing.
What do you guys think of? So this is how I found out about this. I was on my phone and I was looking for the SoundCloud app and I could not find it. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like did SoundCloud just like delete me from it? Like what's going on here? And then I realized
my account before.
And then I realized, oh, it's black now.
Black, yeah.
And I was like,
I thought I went colorblind for a second.
Just trench,
like,
bro.
Yo, what?
That's just trench, bro.
I was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? And I didn't think anything of it at first, and then on Twitter I just seen a bunch of people hating on it.
Yeah, I don't know it's why.
Like, I didn't like orange to begin with, so we good. Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna knock the orange. The orange is cute, but like this black now, it's like, whew, okay.
I think a lot of people associated the color orange too much with SoundCloud, because I know when I came across SoundCloud when I was younger, like 07, 08, the orange was what was the color scheme for SoundCloud, and that always stuck with me.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember like the OG like SoundCloud look when it
was dude? Oh, like the waveform just didn't look like. Yeah, it looked like some shit. It was underground, like very independent musician type platform. Not rarely the average music listener back in 06, 08, 7, 08 was going to SoundCloud to really discover, because they were really either like on YouTube, where there was like radio was still a big thing to discover music on,
Yeah.
and they were still doing their thing. Like the Taste Basic and radio was so cool.
Yeah. But now
Um,
they have ads, they got subscriptions, you know, they got the Go now for like certain songs that you
Yep.
can't listen to.
Yeah, like back then,
Oh my
SoundCloud
God.
was very catering to the
Yeah.
artists. Cause I remember back then they used to have like groups. They used to have groups where
Yeah.
you could join particular genres of communities. Like if you like techno, they had a techno group where a lot of artists. I mean, because again, this was like very much more artist driven platform around this
Or DJ driven.
era. Oh yeah, DJ driven, exactly. Yeah,
DJ driven.
rapper driven. Yeah, musician driven. And yeah, dude. The changes. I'm not gonna lie. I would have thought SoundCloud would have made a lot more major changes for the time that's passed, because
It's not bad.
It's not bad,
it's not
but,
bad.
like-
I don't know. I like that it hasn't changed too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
like
too.
there's some layouts here and there
but me
changes,
too.
but like for the most part, like
Nah,
it's
yeah.
saying to the core,
Yeah,
fam. Like
nah,
it's
for
saying
real.
core.
That's where I
like,
find all my heat and everything, dude.
Facts.
I don't get any of my songs from Spotify, Apple
Same.
Music. It's
No.
all strictly SoundCloud.
That's a
Same.
swoop way, bro.
Strictly SoundCloud, dude.
Yeah, that's
No,
a fucking
same.
swoop
Live for
way.
the underground, baby. Live for it.
But that's where all the bangers are at. Like
yeah,
legit,
dude,
that's where all the
legit,
bangers are at.
Legit. Like, and it's crazy because like a lot of those cats have like less than 1,000 followers, and they're making godly music.
And I think like it's just easier to find newer like good music on SoundCloud because of how the algorithm just puts shit in front of your face and whatnot.
Yeah.
Opposed to like just say I released a song and just put it on YouTube.
Mhm.
How is YouTube gonna recommend you my song?
Nah, facts.
Whereas with SoundCloud, it'll either pop up on your feed, it'll pop up on your related, or it'll pop up on a station if you make a station, you know? So like there's multiple avenues.
They got the new weeklies for you too.
Oh, yeah.
that shit's
Yeah.
fire. I found so much new music on that shit. So much.
And then even like you could on the tags, bro. I don't know if you guys do this too, but I'll click on tags. So like
Yeah.
DMB, I'll click
Mhm.
on DMB, and then you could go to like the newest DMB, the most popular DMB, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So there's just like a lot of ways on SoundCloud that you can just find new
Yeah,
and
no,
dope
it's
shit.
cool. It's cool. And plus, like you look at their charts sometimes, and like you'll see like a lot of like locals from like around here, like
Yeah.
up there. Like you've been up there, right?
I don't know.
No.
Wait for SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Wait,
Someone
what?
has, yeah.
Been up what?
The SoundCloud charts.
Oh
You've
no,
been
yeah,
up-
yeah,
I know
I
you've
have.
been
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
right.
like,
I
Well,
have.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, recently.
The
I mean, I'm not gonna say
reposts.
yeah. Recently, like this past several
Yeah,
months,
uh-huh.
I've found myself in the dubstep and drum and bass charts.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
Well,
saying, like-
whatever your music, whatever you're tagging your music and it's doing
Mhm.
well, the charts will. Again, this isn't the weekly chart. It's interesting because I look at a lot of the songs that get placed on these charts, and it's always interesting to dissect what the AI is placing because there's a lot of interesting selections sometimes at these weekly charts.
You think it's the AI too?
When it comes to
there's someone facilitating that.
I don't know.
I could just be. I think it's. I believe it's AI. I believe it's AI, but
Or an algorithm.
Oh, there you go. My bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I meant to say
both.
more.
Yeah.
An algorithm, or I guess like a not AI, an algorithm.
it's
Yeah, an algorithm.
Yeah.
I think it's an algorithm. I think when you go on SoundCloud, actual SoundCloud page, I think those playlists for sure are curated. For sure curated because
it's
yeah.
curated off like your likes and like what you listen to.
yeah, but like the
Yeah.
SoundCloud page, like their playlist, like because they have certain playlists for like
Mhm.
sometimes they do it for like Black history or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Hispanic heritage, and they
yeah,
actually have people that get in there at A&R and they choose what they think is fit for that playlist.
And that's always like below like what it suggests for you too. That's what I like.
Yeah,
so in
yeah.
case like you don't want to like listen to like what you normally listen to, they have like this suggested for you, and it's like new music and shit.
Yeah.
And like you find like some like pretty cool stuff that you didn't know SoundCloud had on there. It's pretty dope.
Let me ask you guys a question. If we weren't DJs, would we still be using SoundCloud as hard as we did? Would we still be looking up music as hard as we did?
No, I mean I was always.
Nah, I don't think-
DJing.
Okay, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like, I don't have friends. Well, I have friends. Not.
I mean, you were gonna say you don't
I
have
don't think
friends.
I
of something.
I don't think I have friends that aren't DJs that just be on SoundCloud looking for new shit like that. Like I don't.
know.
I think they're just listening to Spotify
That's
or Apple
Spotify and
Music.
Apple
You know.
bro. That's why our music as artists, like they gotta be on there because if you're not a like that's what I was saying. SoundCloud started off very much a DJ, artist, rapper platform, musicians platform versus an average listening consumer
Yeah.
platform. Obviously like the words like got better, and now like the underground, because of the fucking heat that they're making, all of us people have to go to SoundCloud because they're not making it available yet on the DSPs.
Spotify is getting a little flexible now. Unfortunately, I'll give them that. But
Flexible, or the distributors just not regulating on shit? Because look, there's a lot of these artists like they're. Cause like I've seen a lot of these artists like not what they post on SoundCloud, they're not posting on Spotify and like Apple Music, and I'm just like,
well, it's because they know like.
There's a lot of
no, but it's like, but it's like shit.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, like they're posting shit like the AI Drake and all that shit. Like you shouldn't be, but the DSPs is like right now like.
Well, that's a gray area right now. That's why a lot of UMG they're trying to push to get all AI records off. All
I would
platforms.
too, bro.
Crazy.
I would too, bro.
Have you heard that the Drake and Weeknd AI song?
Yeah, bro.
Dude,
I
that shit's
heard
fire.
that
shit's fire, low key.
The Drake AI. I bumped that shit for like 2 weeks before I found out it was AI.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? This is low key scary.
I got a question for y'all. Let's say if you guys were a vocalist, a singer, and a producer wanted to use you guys' vocals, like not your vocal, like your actual vocal, like your ownership, or like exactly like they're able to like use your vocals, but you're not it's not you, but like they own your digital vocal rights, if that makes sense. Like they're able to use your AI version. But like what would be like your terms for like a producer for that? Like if you guys, because like
let them use my AI.
Yeah, because like we're gonna start seeing like after a while the music, like the top music people and the government's gonna have to sit down and be like, hey, look, like
The government,
whatever, who controls like all that shit, right? I don't know, but
at the end of the day,
they're gonna have to sit down and be like, hey, look, people are gonna like hop on this, and we need to set up a system where the artists get paid out fairly when these producers are using these AI vocals. Because if I was an artist like Drake, I guess I wouldn't really mind, because I would have loved to see the possibilities of a lot of flows with my voice, but I want to know what those terms would be fair for me, because yeah, like the labels got to get in there and like regulate that shit, because people are getting out of pocket with this shit. This should be heat, bro. Like, and we're gonna see a lot more of this. Like, what would you guys think that terms will look like for an artist to release their vocals like that?
I think what would be done. So you're saying it in the terms of if we're leasing out the AI, right?
I'll even give you a scenario. I'm a label owner. I just signed you as an artist. Bro, I got you on a Drake feature, but Drake's not gonna be in the studio. I got a Drake AI. We'll get like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like shit like that, you know? Like,
yeah, I don't think people will let it slide.
How
would you feel?
How would it sound?
How would you feel about a machine doing your music, and then it turns out that machine was better than you?
That's scary, and I like it.
That's why.
And I like it.
Damn. Would you really?
I don't know. I gotta hear it.
I think it'd be different though, like an AI producing a whole like Husky track or Zion track or whatever the case.
One part of a.
Well, that's what started this whole argument. It's like, yo, like for example, that whole Drake and Weeknd AI song. Like I said, that shit's fire, and I'll be honest, it's probably better than most of their stuff in reality.
It's better than the last Drake track that he dropped. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's a good AI track. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty scary, like what that shit could do.
But I think at the same time though, like. It's good, right? That track, really good, but it still has its like detail flaws and stuff like that.
Oh, well, yeah.
So what I could be seeing happening is we're gonna get a lot of these AI tracks, right? And if they're as good as like they are, and Drake likes it, or whoever the fuck the artist is, they like it. I could see them being like, all right, well that's ours. I'm monetizing that now. So any money that made, it's mine now. And anything you made, I want that too. And now I'm going to make a better version of it. And I'm going to actually get the Weeknd, and we're actually going to do it and actually it be better now because we can add a whole bunch of other shit on it.
If they ever sign an AI song, we're fucked.
Well, I've been seeing online.
I don't know. But because look, bro, like I think you're looking at it in a perspective of it. This is kind of new. It's new in the aspect of it's using our voice.
I
But
just,
we're already doing that shit with like drums and shit like that, bro. Like I'm already getting programmable
well,
drums and
yeah,
shit like that. That's
the,
AI.
But the difference between it is someone else is doing your work or impersonating
Something
you.
else.
Impersonating a drummer,
Impersonating you.
bro.
No, but you're putting these patterns according to your mind. This is just someone coded out, and
But
then,
you're coding it.
I mean, if you're
You're coding it.
I mean, if you're the one making the AI at the end of the day, cool, by all means.
Okay,
you
so
know?
this brings
But
me-
if someone else is doing it, that's where I feel like it's gonna be a flaw. You know?
Yeah, and we kind of touched on this a little bit last podcast, just about like it's gonna come down to how descriptive you become with the AI, right? Because like obviously someone had to write those fucking lyrics for the Drake track, right?
Better be comprehensive.
No, it's just a code, dude. No, the AI wrote it. That's the crazy part. They gave the AI the description, and they're like, all right,
and
here
then the
you
AI
go.
wrote the bars.
Have you
Wait,
ever-
no,
Have you ever used the AI machine?
Like ChatGPT,
Like ChatGPT, yes.
Yeah,
So like literally you could type in anything and it will come up. One time I was like, okay, make the Office crew but a Akatsuki. It literally gave
But a
me
what?
that like the Akatsuki crew from
Oh, okay.
Naruto. It literally gave me the Office crew in the Akatsuki
pictures,
uniforms.
right?
Yeah. It was the scariest thing I've ever
But
thought.
the thing is though, like with what they're
Scene.
doing right now with the whole like that AI track that we heard,
Yeah.
they're taking what they did is use multiple different AIs and then put it together. So what they did is ask like a chat GPT, hey, write me some a Fire Drake verse. And then they went over to the what's it called? The when they're able to mimic your voice, I forgot. It's basically like another thing, right? But they went over to that software and then put in those lyrics from ChatGPT
Mhm.
into that, and then it gave them just the voice. But then they also had to take that voice and then put it on top of a beat.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it wasn't as simple as them just
they-
asking us to make a Drake and a Weekend track, and then it just like hand pressed it out.
well,
for
saying
us.
that the type of beat that they put in was Metro Boomin, and they gave you a Metro Boomin beat.
But we have a shit like that's easy. What it did, like I get it. But that's easy though.
What,
Like
what it does is it looks up who these people are, like what what they produce and shit, and it's just gonna like mimic it in a sense.
Yeah, because you could. Well, yeah, but like
Literally.
it's doing what we could. Yeah, I see what you're getting
Literally.
at. I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Because all we're doing is that, bro. Like, is finding a type beat and then getting the vocals from somewhere and then putting it like together. you
Yeah,
know? Like,
I mean
that's-
it's cool, but like it's kind of like plagiarism in a way.
Are we
you know?
holding the AI's hand or the AI is holding our hand in this
Shh,
process?
bro.
Damn.
I mean, the AI is not that strong because we just tell it.
I'm just
what we
thinking about
want.
this now. Are we holding?
yeah, I could turn the power button off.
True.
Bro. Like,
And the AI can. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Even,
Damn.
it's gonna be crazy. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. The thing is though, like, we're gonna see a lot of chat GBT producers or like AI producers, right? We're gonna see a lot of that, but I have a feeling that there's gonna be one great one. Watch, there's gonna be one amazing like chat like AI producer, right? And then we're just gonna be amazed with it, and that's it. And then we're gonna move on because like we like the human part of everything. Like I was listening to a podcast and they're talking about why do you think we put humans in with fucking like back then in like Rome, we'd put humans in with fucking tigers and shit and just to see what the fuck happens. You feel me? Because people like to see what like a
That's a good
human
point.
like they
Yeah.
like to see what a human will do. You feel me?
Yeah.
We like to see human reactions and shit like that. So that's why I think like we'll be amazed by it for a little bit, but once we see like we're gonna get over it.
Yeah.
Like we get over everything else, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone has different opinions of
Yeah.
like every shit at the end of the day.
I think so.
I mean, I feel like this shit's been kind of happening. Like Robert mentioned it. Like there's already plugins and software out there that's kind of already damn near to what the hell ChatGPT. Like for example, there's a lot of vocal generators out there where you can write it in and it'll give you templates of different textures of vocals. I mean, it's not as descriptive as definitive as like a ChatGPT where it's like really detailed, but I mean, I feel like we kind of already had software where it was kind of leading to this kind of workflow where you're gonna have a software helping you in that sense of you're pioneering in the direction of where the creative sounds are going, and then the machine is just generating all these possibilities for you to use,
What?
particularly like for vocals.
what I will say is like the best part of like the AI right now, and especially ChatGPT, use it to write all your emails. I'm telling you this right now. use it to write all your like.
Facts.
It will. Bro, you think you're good at writing emails?
Yeah.
Who's better at writing emails? You are the fucking AI, dog. Like,
There's definitely benefits to it, but
I seen like some girl, she like did like this TikTok how she was using it, and she was, I believe, like a dental's assistant or something like that. So she's constantly having to email people.
wow.
So instead, she's just going on to ChatGPT and just saying, "Hey, can you reply to this email?" And then she's just email.
That's crazy.
It sends them a reply.
That's
Yeah.
tight.
So like, there's definitely gonna be good benefits to this, like
I'm gonna start
100%.
doing that.
Right, like, right, make it write your essays for school and shit, man. Like, you feel me? Like,
I send emails at work. I'm gonna start doing that. Shit, fuck.
easy word. Like,
Easy word.
it's gonna help us, I think.
Easy word.
Yeah, Swoop in the building though.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, big dingus.
Oh, yeah.
Big dingus vibes in here.
We
I
out
lose the
here.
tempo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
round
bro.
2.
Round 2,
Oh,
yeah.
round 3, because first one was at Sub Factory.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You pulled
came
up.
back
That's
here
right,
for
that's right.
yours.
Yeah.
Now I got both you guys.
Finally.
Casting
yeah.
couch.
Going back to SoundCloud though.
Pause.
Oh shit. Going back to SoundCloud though, I want to know you guys' opinion.
Pull the dingus out.
Nah, bro, I'm out.
Bro,
Ain't pulling shit
his
out.
emblem. What do you... Bro, chill. I'm talking about the emblem for Big D. Relax, dog. Relax.
Oh, okay. I was making sure.
Hey, man.
Bro.
When
Hold
the
up.
cameras are off.
You're streaming.
We're streaming.
No, but look, a lot of people have been vocalizing about the shit that's happening with like downloading music on SoundCloud, right? What are your guys' thoughts on download gates? And what's too much in a download gate?
Oh,
So many people
It's
have
free, bro.
man.
I don't know.
So let me
like-
ask you. So like
Yeah.
for example, for me, the max for me
Yeah.
for a download gate, I'm down to give you my name and my email. I'm down to like, comment, and repost. If you got a Spotify, okay, I'm fucking down to follow. All right, fucking run that shit. Hold up, okay, you want me to follow your Instagram? And okay, you want me to follow your Twitter?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wait, what the fuck? Dude, you want me to subscribe to your
Nah, make sure
YouTube
you got my
channel?
TikTok too, fam.
Oh, dude, it's like all these
All
like
of them, bro. Fuck you
Dude.
mean?
But you know there's a way to go about it, right? You can just click
Burners.
it and then no.
Hold up,
Not
like,
even
chill,
that,
chill,
not
hey.
even that.
But like I think past like the Spotify, you're a little for me, I think you're kinda asking for a little too much for a free download. Cause
What you mean?
I've said-
you're
I've said this before.
asking you
No.
are you're asking for too much, bro.
At
What-
that point,
you
I'm
just
gonna
want a
rip it.
free ass fucking download? Fuck out of here, bro. Nah, you gonna have to do some shit for me. Like,
bro, I've given you my name, my email. I've liked,
The fuck am I
commented,
gonna
and
do with that?
reposted.
What am
And
I
fuck
do-
it, I'm gonna follow your Spotify too.
You just
Now
want the
you're asking
fan.
me to follow your social like thing happening on Instagram.
yeah,
I'll decide that like
No
after a
track
couple
for
of
you.
like tracks and shit. Like if I want to follow the Instagram.
the first couple steps that you just named in monetary value, how much you think it is?
in monetary
with
value.
those programs, they're not that much in reality.
Yeah. Like,
Depends who's downloading it. Depends who's downloading it. Because one of the actions is to repost. And if and if we're talking about monetary value, if it's a big artist that's reposting it and like taking that step, yeah, it just depends on the user.
okay. So it's
Depends on the user, bro. Yes, I'm setting those steps up. You never know who's gonna be downloading
Because
it.
there's some people that don't give a fuck about it. They're just like, here's a direct download.
No, for sure. No, like
hey,
no.
bless y'all souls.
Hell yeah, for sure.
Hey, but I'm gonna be
Thank
honest with
you.
y'all. I rip everything.
I'll
Well,
follow you real quick if you let me do that.
Dude, I don't think ripping is that big of a deal now. If you could just go, like, Record Box now allows you, if you have SoundCloud Go, bro,
Yeah.
you can now log into your
Which I
SoundCloud,
do.
and you could just.
I just got it yesterday, actually.
We're gonna talk about that
Or
real quick.
Record Box.
All right, we're gonna talk about. Oh, okay. Well, okay, we'll jump into that right now. But no, yeah, you can now go into your Record Box if you have SoundCloud Go, and you could just play music off of SoundCloud. So the whole "you're ripping my music" type shit, bro, that shit is over,
It's
dude.
on
Like,
SoundCloud.
But how many
If it's
people
on
have
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud Go? Though?
it doesn't matter
I
that
bought
the fact, the
You
fact.
have it?
I have it.
I don't have it.
It's only
Well,
$5
Is it
more
really?
on top
Oh,
of what
okay.
you're already
It
paying.
used to be a lot more.
Oh, no,
It was like $8.99, I think.
it's like five. Yeah, I don't know. It's
But
five.
look, the whole argument is that if you don't got the digital file of my music, you're not allowed to play it. It's like, look, bro, technology is getting to the point where people are not able to stream the music and mix. You don't need the digital file no more. we have Beat Source, we have Soundcloud Go, where with Rekordbox, with Soundcloud Go, you can now mix music off of SoundCloud
Straight
with
off
an internet
SoundCloud.
connection.
Yep.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
like
that.
you could literally go to these artists' profiles and play
I've
their
seen that.
fucking their
That's
plates.
cool.
You could play their. I mean, they're gonna be not that long. They're not gonna be the full versions, but
Bro, you
like,
just need your phone now with CDJs with the new CD because you could connect Rekordbox from your phone onto CDJs, and as long as you have Wi-Fi, there you go. You have your whole
What the fuck?
library right there.
That's
music.
crazy.
Yeah, so like
Wow.
bro, like I
Science.
rip music, bro. It's okay. It's okay to do.
I just think I've seen so many people almost pop a vein on like Facebook, Twitter about like,
Bro,
and I get if you're stealing, if you're not supposed to have music that's like being sold like uniquely, then like, bro, SoundCloud Go lets Rekordbox users mix that shit. Don't put it on SoundCloud if you're worried about people.
I understand if you're getting mad at someone ripping your shit. If it was ripped from a set that wasn't even supposed to, like, if it's ripped from a set and that track's not even out anywhere else,
What if it says exclusive?
the set is exclusive.
No, like the song, like, and then it has a watermark that says, "Please do not rip."
yeah, don't. Well, yeah, no. Well, the
Well,
thing is,
well,
Would you still rip it?
well, look, that's what I would.
Really like it?
That's why I would want
wouldn't
the-
play it. I wouldn't want people to hear that section.
But that's what I would expect the proper artist that's uploading to SoundCloud to do
Well,
from preventing people from
Well,
preventing
that's
people.
what they're
to mix
starting to
it.
do nowadays because people are ripping. Is they'll filter out the song midway. That way, you're like, yeah, no, you're not playing this.
Oh,
one
bro,
out.
like at the same time, if you don't want people to listen to it, don't fucking put it on the internet.
Yeah, but they
like,
wanna-
I don't like what the
Yeah.
like what.
But they
what-
want to let people know that, like, oh, I'm working. I'm working, and eventually
Then show a clip
and-
on your fucking Instagram
and-
or something.
And,
like,
and sometimes people, like, for example, like the rhythm community, they'll sell it as a plate.
well, okay, that's rhythm. That's dubs. That's the EDM community trying to enforce more rules so they could get a more come up with fucking selling plates and shit like that.
Kind of. In a
No, it is
sense.
like that. I
mean,
feel like that's what it is.
I mean, those are their business.
When you're at that stage, especially when you're not playing,
You're
that
trying to
much-
make a business out of music,
Yeah.
out of art. At the end of the day, so like I'm not gonna if you're trying to put more rules on art. I don't. Either let people hear or see your art,
It's not more rules. It's
or
it's
what are
like,
we doing? Or
it's
you're
like,
just in the business.
No, it's like, look at it like a shirt that I made, an exclusive. An exclusive shirt. I only made 20 copies. Only 20 people get this shirt.
Music's not a T-shirt.
You sell merch for the music, don't you?
No, but I'm saying like
Yeah.
I understand like
Yeah.
the comparison, but like it's different. They're
Mhm.
both totally different.
It's very different
know?
for the rhythm community because, like I said, like with certain producers, a lot of these guys don't get shows, but they still want to make income off their music. Not to say like they still don't put free downloads because they still do that, but they have certain tracks that are like, hey, this is my special heater, I'll give it to you for a certain price. And yeah, there are a-holes that overprice the hell
Sell
out of that.
USBs.
Yeah, huh?
Sell USB. Sell it
That's-
like in a different form than online.
That's what a gentleman's club did one time.
Yeah, that's-
and even then, that was a limited amount.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how you get around people ripping that
Yeah.
shit. Like
I mean, you can't knock the hustle for people.
I think look
trying to
what
get
it
their
is.
income.
I think what it is people at the same time still want to show off what they're doing and
It's definitely
make
what it is.
money,
yeah.
But like
It's like Patreon, It's like
Exactly.
you subscribe to me, I'll give you a track.
It's a
every
direct
now and then.
Patreon.
Huh?
Yeah, it's just like the direct.
It's a direct Patreon, exactly. It's like a direct Patreon.
but people just got to understand if something goes online, like once something is on the web online, everyone sees it. Everyone
Or the
hears
minute
it, like,
you transfer that file to somebody else, whoever that person that person can do whatever with that file.
Well, yeah.
Upload it to SoundCloud or upload it to the internet.
Well,
Well, actually,
not after not if you sell it, and when you sell it, like there's like when you get a receipt for something,
Yeah.
that's technically like a contract, like
right.
so basically you could write out like you just can't upload it, and if he does, he gets sued for that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, they
certain shit.
most people tell you like, hey,
Uh-huh.
don't share this with people,
Yeah.
Like I just got a track from my boy Gara, shout out to you, and he just gave me one of his plate,
Uh-huh.
and that shit's nasty. And like literally the last thing he told me was like, dude, just please don't give this out to anybody.
Yeah, hey, let's
And
talk
it's just
about
for you.
that.
So it's just for you to like when they send you plays, it's just for you to play out, right?
It's for you to play out.
That's
Yeah. I mean, because I gave him a comment on it. I was like, yo, this shit's fire, dude. Because it's like one of his first tracks, I guess, And I was like, yo, that's a straight heater. And he was like, do you want it? I was like, yeah. He gave it to me. He was like, just don't, share it with other people like that. It's because it's a plate,
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. So that's a play. I don't know. I still have mixed fucking feelings about plates and shit like that.
No, I
Like,
mean, everyone does at the end of the day. But it's like,
Like what's play culture? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Play-
Like, cause I don't really know too much about like what's the proper etiquette of when you're doing those kinds of play transactions. Because you express it. It's just for you to play out, right? But what's like some other things that people should be mindful of when it comes to like I guess play culture?
Don't share it. I mean, I always tell people I'm gonna give a shout out when you sell me a song because like, this is your hard work. You know, I'm gonna play it out. You know, and then the beauty of like every time I bought a song, everyone was like, "Oh, if you get on video, like please send it to me." You know,
Sure,
yeah,
right,
like they love to like hear their song get played out other places. You know, like it's cool.
Have you paid for plates before?
Yeah.
How much have you paid for a plate? And I'm asking another question that I've asked another guest
The
too.
most I've paid was $50, but that's because I got 4 tracks out of it.
It's not bad.
3 tracks, and then he threw in one for free. I got one from Aonix. He had a sale. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, Aonix is dope. And
That's crazy. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Weird to hear some shit like, oh yeah, he had like a banger sale. Like he had a plate sale. Like I don't know.
Great.
Like
No, bro, that is wild
like,
to hear, bro. Like that's not.
It's just it's a normal thing in
It's
that
a
community
thing now. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
because
a few years ago, bro, that shit wasn't.
house community doesn't do that.
No, bro, it's just an ID. I was just sending people IDs and whips.
no,
That's all.
like okay, like house music artists for the most part don't try to monetize their IDs.
No, yeah.
Like or profit off their IDs. I'm not saying like rhythm artists shouldn't be like they do whatever they're willing to do whatever they want.
Is a plate a whip?
It could be.
It's a work in progress.
So yeah, they're trying
It's
to
not
monetize
finished.
their whips.
It's not finished.
Is that what? I don't know.
It can be. No,
Whips are a work in progress. It's
Yeah.
not finished.
Yeah.
A plate's done.
and a lot of times too, a plate can get remodified because plates are previewable,
Yeah,
like
that's-
not full extended online. So the
Yeah.
artist can do the like dramatic changes to it because a lot of the listenable previewable stuff online is like short.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
that's what
but
I was
you
just
say
I was
finished,
just gonna
right?
mention clips, you know, like because that's what clips are sometimes. Like it's either I just have the first drop done, or this is a potential plate I might sell, or maybe I'll just never drop it. You know, it's one of those things.
And a plate when you bought your plates, were they full tracks?
No,
No.
No.
Okay, so
yeah, they just give you the first part and then they cut out like normally like at the best part,
Are you
or they'll filter certain parts.
Okay.
entitled to updates of those plates if they're not done?
Like
Like you know how iPhone they get updates and shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
hey bro, if this is not finished, I want the version 5, bro.
But
You gave me version 4.
But the sad thing that is starting to happen is like you'll like buy a plate and then like months later they'll be like, here's for free. But it's because it got leaked. You know, it's not because like they wanted to like
Well, they
do
can't
it.
make money off it no more. Everyone kind of just
Well, yeah, if it got leaked, then it's like, you know what, fuck leakers. You know, we had one rule: just don't.
that's a fucking scam.
Yeah,
What's the most you'll
Nation,
pay for
dog.
a plate?
I fuck with
Huh?
plates.
What's the most you'll pay for a plate?
no more than 50. That's
No
too
more than
much.
50?
Yeah, but I gotta
Yeah.
get more than one. You know, at least
More than one?
Yeah,
What's
more than
what
one.
what's the most you pay for one plate?
Oh, I mean, I'm a big supporter of music. Like,
How big of a supporter are you?
I'll pay like 25 max
For a plate?
Yeah.
Damn, I want to hear. I want to hear a plate like. I want to
Yeah.
hear what a $25 plate sounds like, and then,
Yeah.
bro, we should do a video where we compare plates. Oh, this is a $5 plate.
We should.
This is a $15
Let's do it.
plate.
I'm down.
No, let's do it. We're gonna do
Alright,
that.
We're gonna do
Cool,
it. Fuck
man.
it.
No,
and
for
then
sure.
like you have like conversation with these artists, and it's really dope, man. It's really dope to have these one-on-ones, and like they tell you like, thank you, man. Like you're like a big supporter for that.
I mean, because a lot of the music revenue that they get is from streaming. Because the traditional listening consumption process, people are not going to the stores, and like that money's not really going to you anymore. Like
they're not getting signed.
you're
by
getting
labels.
pennies. Yeah, you're getting
They're
pennies.
not getting
and shit.
signed by labels.
streams.
They don't have like tracks getting released under like Insomniac and shit like that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And even then, like, how much do you really get in reality from a label release?
Not only that, especially when you're independent releasing, not a lot of these cats too are properly registering their music, so they're not like getting a lot of the royalties that are just floating up there too. Like they just think that DistroKid is collecting all of their royalties, and that's not the case. Like there's a lot of different kinds of royalties where you have to like sign up for ASCAP, or what's the other one?
RBM.
Yeah, there you go. Like all these other things to like if you want to get all these kinds of royalties, like you got to do all that kind of metadata information, and that's something I think that's something definitely important. An independent artist should know, like when you want to collect all like your revenue from music, is like definitely making sure all your angles are being checked, registering your music
Oh yeah,
for sure, ASCAP and I mean,
I'm lacking
it's
for
tough.
sure.
It's kind of tough. It's
I mean,
it's a lot, bro. I mean, it's a lot of.
So I have the because bro, there's TikToks about people telling you exactly where you should be registering. I just have it saved on my phone, so I know where to go. Like I know exactly where to go. I just haven't done a lot of that shit. But I'm only registered for ASCAP right now, and then whatever the distributions are paying me, which is all right, I guess.
Yeah, I've never bought a like. I've had people tell me, yeah, bro, if you want some plates, let me know. I'll get them for you for cheap. I'm like,
because
nah, I'm good, bro.
the first time I ever heard the word plates was from Bass Tactic, and when he was like, "Oh yeah, bro, I'll send you some plates," and I'm just like,
you're like, what the fuck? I'm not hungry, bro.
I was like,
I'm good on plates.
I didn't make it seem like I didn't know what it was. I was like, for sure, because we were just showing each other music.
I can just imagine your face. And you're like,
I was like, all right, for sure, yeah. And I'm just like, plates, what the fuck? And I don't know. I was thinking plates were like skeleton projects or something like that.
No, it's just like exclusive music that like he just has in the box that he won't put it up. You
Yeah,
know?
and a lot of times
hit me up for plates then. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's special heaters that like you won't hear unless he plays it.
I don't know if they'll be heaters, but I'm just kidding.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause sometimes they're supposed to be gassing themselves too much.
Hey man, I mean, you'd be surprised what people like have in like their folders and stuff.
And sometimes it pisses you off when you're like, bro, you got this private. You don't you don't got this public.
People can say that for you. I'm pretty sure, like even for mixes and shit, like you've done mixes that probably people will never hear type shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like it's probably not your taste, but then like someone else will probably fucking love that shit, you know. But like it's just we'll keep it. Like I have a shitload of music that I'm like, I'm never putting this out. I probably liked it at one point, but like I'm never putting that shit out, and it could be seen as a plate because it's a whole ass.
It is a plate. It is a plate at the end of the day.
So that's what these are.
Yeah, it is
All
a
right.
plate.
I got plates.
You got plates, big
I got
dog.
plates.
I wanted to know more about that play culture because I've seen a lot of like arguments about how that should be handled if someone's like ripping a track or vice versa. It's just so many people regulating that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's the problem sometimes with EDM, not just like in rhythm, but just in some chapters of EDM where it's not necessarily like a social committee. That's like kind of pioneering. Like we're really just looking at certain figures to kind of like we look up to or like we're inspired and we kind of like follow their movements if we're like artists and shit, right? But a lot of times it's just kind of like in EDM, a lot of times you just gotta do that shit, and sometimes you gotta fuck around and find out a lot of times too. Like,
I mean, put it this way: it's just like you're in the scene and you've been in it for so long, but yet you're not getting recognized by like Insomniac or like certain labels, or even like the ones you look up to, like Monsters, for example. And you're just, you know, obviously you want to make money off of it no matter what, you know, and not everyone can afford merch. Merch is expensive, dog, especially to fucking make. But
good merch.
Good merch too. Even stickers are expensive, you know. But it's like, wouldn't you want to get compensated for something that you've worked hard for?
No, you're definitely right.
So I mean, I don't knock it.
Looking at it that way, like you're definitely right. But like I think it's just weird. I don't know. It's just it is weird sometimes to look at music that way. Like, for me to be
like as a product, like some shit like you sell like a paleta.
Yeah. Bro, and like, but it's just something that you just got to be like, oh, like understand, like it's an actual, like how you just explained it, like that's definitely a rational reason of why you should be doing that, you know. So like you just got to find that rationale, you know, I guess, because that makes a lot of sense.
And how many of those cats, you know, I've bought plates from people in Europe and they've been trying to come here for years, dude.
And now you get to play their music.
Now I get to play.
Because their visa, like, a lot of the visa issues, like they're not able to come perform.
Visas are hard, dog.
Yeah, they can't get their fucking papers or their documents to come out. That's one of the biggest issues is with the European artists. Like, there's so many German-based artists specifically that many people want that come out to play live, but they can't because these artists don't got their visas yet.
People are always dropping out of Lost Lands lineups just for that reason.
Well, you know, it's crazy how much the visa process is for, I guess, Europeans. Like, it's looking like, or especially like Mexico. I talked to some of my Mexico producer friends, I tell them, like, how come like you guys never tried getting some shows out here? And somebody like, nah, bro, like getting a visa first is just hard, like just to get like eligible for one, and then two, like the finances, like
It's
4,
expensive,
6,
dude.
8, 10,000. It's like
Fucking expensive.
for my passport to like be able to like travel any country, costing me maybe like $150, $200. Like I'm an
Jesus.
American, bro.
Yeah.
That
Are you?
Bro, I'm an American.
Yeah.
2019,
Okay.
I think the application fee, everything was like 200, bro, and like some change.
Mm.
But these European artists, like they have to I've seen a lot of European artists raise GoFundMe's, bro. Like to get their I've seen an agency,
Yeah.
booking agency,
Do what you gotta
like
do.
they sign an artist and they're like, yeah, bro, like we're gonna like help you, and like that shit's like one of the biggest things that's just preventing a lot of these artists from overseas from coming
Oh,
over here. It's the
yeah.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
how expensive visas are, dude. Like we're really privileged, like here in
We
America,
are.
to
Mhm.
have a lot of that shit very cheap and down for us. And cause yeah, bro, I can't imagine paying like 6,000-8,000 for the privilege and opportunity to travel like another country. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane, dude.
And that would piss me off too. Like, damn, I could be making money, but I need money to pay for my visa. Like, damn. Like, fuck it, hey, put it on my tab. I'll be back in a month. Like, I gotta do this tour. I'll be
Just
back.
tell like whoever's booking you, hey, just pay me up front right now.
In advance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the. Hey, the agency's
Wu-Tang
popping
way.
too. Like, hey, but how much? You believe me this much? Hey, I got you,
no,
bro.
they might. Like sometimes they're willing to help. You never know.
I've
You
seen
never
it.
know.
No,
Yeah,
for sure.
What's it called? Real quick huge sidebar. But shout out to fucking Downcast. You know they're they're being managed by the people that manage Automate. Infect.
Oh, really?
Automate?
Oh, what?
Yeah, really? I thought it was autocorrect.
Or autocorrect. There you go. My bad.
All right.
Autocorrect. There you
I'm
go.
about to say,
Okay.
damn, that's a good
Yeah,
ass.
autocorrect. Yeah, Infect one. I'm in. I've seen that show. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. But,
That's cool. I didn't even know about that. Good for them.
yeah, just
Yeah, they're making bangers,
Good for
bro.
them.
Bro.
They were just played in Vegas this weekend.
Did they?
Yeah, for a pop up with autocorrect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all of us are
I
out
did
there
see
for
that,
EDC
did see
week.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
huh?
Everybody's out there for EDC week.
Oh yeah, I mean it's popping right now, dude.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
giving me FOMO.
Yeah, we're right here. Fuck it, let's just go right now. Just
Just
try to get some. Dude, Sunday is like always the greatest day to get free tickets. People are just over that shit.
Yeah.
Some people just really have a bad experience and they just don't even want to deal with like selling it. So like, fuck it. Like, that's all I got an EDC ticket one time. Someone was just like over that shit. Like, nah, like this shit wasn't for me. Like, I'm done. Like,
It's not meant for
this is all you. I'm like, okay, for sure.
It's a party all night long. All night
Yeah.
long.
Nah, dude. I mean, how many times have you gone to EDC?
Twice. I
Twice?
went 2017 and 18, and I haven't gone back since. I haven't gone back since. It's fun, but it takes a lot of you, man. Like if you're not like physically, mentally prepared, and your wallet's not good, like
Facts.
yeah.
Facts. That's a whole like trip that you just got to prepare for. And
Vegas is expensive. It's expensive, man. Especially if
And
you like
it's
to have
fun.
fun. Especially if you like to have fun.
yeah, I mean, if you don't like to have fun, hey,
Yeah. I mean,
you can just
to each
chill.
their own.
You know how it's fuck, I guess. But nah, when I go, especially like if you're going to a festival and you really just want to go all out, you want to
Especially
do
that
it
one.
responsibly
Yeah.
and with a lot of money. Like that's the best way
Fuck,
to do
man.
it. Just so you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about nothing.
You have to go with a certain amount out there. That's for sure.
I think if you want to have an amazing time at EDC in Vegas,
at least,
$5,000.
No, at least 1,000.
Nah,
At least 1,000.
fucking capping, bro.
At least
Nah.
1,000.
Nah,
Yeah.
well, no, okay,
At least.
You need 20,000, bro. That's how
Nah,
much EDC
$5,000.
is. Nah, just-
nah, $5,000.
Nah, because I did it with like 1,000.
Is this all including hotel and all this shit?
Yes.
Or is this just
Yeah,
the expenses in EDC?
Yeah. That's how much I spent that whole weekend, $1,000.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Did you gamble?
I did gamble.
Oh, okay.
I
That
did
is fair.
gamble.
Yeah, that's how much I'm thinking because I like to spend
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck, dude. I was
irresponsibly.
Yeah, it's like I was there 2 days before, and then I stayed an extra 2 days after. So it was
And I
pretty
would probably
pricey.
spend on other people too. Like that's the type of dude I'm like, all right, we're doing this. Let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I stayed 2 days after, and I was like, let's just find like the cheapest hotels, and it was like $60, like $80. It wasn't that bad, but it's the drinking, man. That's
Yeah.
what gets you, and the food. The food's just hella expensive out there, right?
No, I could at a festival I could I could last not eating, but I cannot last.
I don't
like,
want to last.
I can't, no. like I don't like. For some reason, when I'm at a music festival, for some reason, like my system, for some reason, at the time, just wants liquid. Like I'm not feeding for like food. For some reason, when I eat food, I feel like it kind of slows me down sometimes, and like I just want to be like, I'm ready to go. And I think like when I'm at a music festival, like I don't know why my digestion prioritization is like liquids and alcohol, and that's where I see a lot of my money goes towards to a lot of the alcohol, like at these booths, and yeah, they're pretty grimy,
two
bro.
tall cans, you just spent $30.
Hell yeah, hey, no, bro, and they're using the tablets, bro. They're using the tablets. So what kind of tip you giving? Oh, no tip. Don't go back there no more. Don't go back there no more.
You tip at ED. Never mind. I should tip. I tip.
No, well, well,
I tip.
I like double and triple shots. So I always tell them like, hey, hook me up and I got you. I'll tip you.
I always say that the first time and never go back. I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, just a bunch of other options that you could go to, bro. Even if you don't tip, you don't gotta go back to the same one. You don't gotta face the
hella options.
Yeah.
You know what I don't like at EDC specific, or probably a lot of festivals do this, but they'll have like spiked lemonade, right? But they'll put hella ice in the spiked lemonade, and then the ice will water it the fuck down, and then you taste that shit, and it tastes disgusting. And like all I want is like some refreshing lemonade, man. And
you gotta say no ice or light ice at least.
Yeah,
Light ice.
Fucks me up.
I was thinking bottles in music festivals. Like fuck, dude. Like that's how I've been able to save money. Like I'll just
sneak bottles,
and I'll just do it that way. To be honest, I've been able to get through the security. Like thankfully,
I don't know.
Procedure.
I like sipping when I'm at festivals, so I don't mind talking. Yeah. Or like it's either that or like if I'm tired of like drinking beer, I'll buy a beatbox. Those are crazy.
Those are too sweet. I don't like super. Yeah, it's too sweet.
And that's wine based, right?
Wrong flavor, baby.
Am I?
Yeah.
What's your go-to flavor?
They got this new party punch now. It tastes like Twisted Tea.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm not told this.
He's gonna like it. He's gonna like it.
I'm gonna try it out.
Can I get another water, please?
Yeah, I got you.
Twisted punch.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. Me and Touche had it at what was the last festival we went to? Beyond? Yeah. Beyond. And dude, we just kept going back. It was good, but they're expensive, like fucking any drink there.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't know. I haven't been to EDC since 2020, and I don't know when I'm going.
Where's that sissy deal, fool? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? I've been over here waiting for that shit, and nah, bro, gotta.
All right, so real quick, we could stay on this subject for a while. So when did you hear or were like aware about the whole Retrospekt taking a break?
Oh, well, I mean, it's been kind of something in the talks, but yeah, I mean, when it happened, definitely like shocked me for sure because I didn't know it was gonna happen that soon. But I mean, when one door closes, another one opens, so it's like it's sad, but can't say too much, but there's something to come, there's something to come.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, people are getting old,
I feel it.
It's like any artist, or any musician, there comes a retirement point.
Yeah. No, it happens. It was just, I didn't, that shit, to me, left field. I had like, I was like, what? Like, this is.
Yeah, especially because like we've been thriving, recently these past few years.
Yeah. But I also didn't realize like how long, like
5 years.
Yeah, like it's been going a minute, and like I didn't realize like I can't say I was there like all 5 years or any of that, but I've been there I've seen it for a good solid three years.
Yeah,
and just being able to say I experienced that, and now hearing it's like coming to like a stop is like crazy to me because like it gave me some of my favorite gigs, like
facts,
like and like it was a fun time, and like I got to see a lot of dope artists there for free, and like there was always like, to me, it was cool because not a lot of shows out here happen that are bass, what's it called? Basically bass, right?
Yeah.
Like all bass music. and being able just to go there, good sound, like good artists, good DJing.
Multiple stages.
Exactly. Like it's sad to see it go. It's sad
That
to
was the
see it
only
go.
thing happening in Corona, right? EDM wise. That's the only thing I recall
Yeah,
happening.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
thing in Corona. It's why it's pretty cool, but it's pretty sad to go. But it's like I said, you know, when one door closes, another door opens. So just stay in your seats. You know, that's all I gotta say. Stay in your seats.
This is where I want to like what
Yeah.
was trying to lead up to as well. You still do like we said, big dingus.
Yeah.
Does that come to an end as well?
No.
There we go. Okay.
No, unfortunately.
Unfor-
Yeah.
Fortunately, fuck you mean?
No, we're proud and we're here to stay.
Hell yeah.
But like I said, you know, just can't really give too much.
Gotcha,
We're proud and here to stay. Just
Hell yeah.
that's all I can really say for right now.
And you guys are the one throwing the show.
The Dingus Bunch. Yeah,
There, bro.
the
When I
Dingus
seen
Bunch.
that flyer, I was like, dude, this insane lineup. First of all, but then like the whole flyer, the way you guys did it was fucking dope as fuck. Like
Yeah.
that shit was funny and cool, and like made me be like, I'm going.
Thank
I'm
you,
fucking
man.
going,
Thank
yeah.
you. That's why, like, I'm really trying to push this project, like, moving forward. And it's not just me. Like, I got the help of others. You know, Touche, Cyanide Panda. We got this new cat Remnant now. You know, he's my boy.
Sure.
Like I said, a bunch of others too. And it's gonna be cool what we move forward with. It's really cool. But with this next show, oh man, I've always visioned this for a while.
Yeah.
And like it's cool to say like the headliner, like I know the guy too, like a bit, personally, and like when I asked him about it, he was more than down. More than
Headliner
down.
of that
Ramsey,
night
right?
is,
Ramsey,
right?
yeah. He was saying
Shout out my boy.
he was gonna talk to his management, but he said he was down.
He's managed. Why
Guess
did I
so.
not? I should have noticed when I seen him hanging around the dudes he's hanging around with, but that's
But
crazy.
even then, it's like I see him sometimes at events, and it's like, oh, what's up, man? Like how you doing?
And he
Like,
makes
it's
fucking
cool.
bangers.
Oh, he makes fucking great bangers, dude. That's why I can't wait to see him play.
Same.
Can't wait. As much as I'm on the lineup, I'm like,
How did Big
I'm a
Dingus
fanboy.
come to play? Like, cause I've seen you guys throwing this out like so many times at the Retrospekt shows, but I
Yeah.
never really like fully figured out like where it all originated from. Like, where did that all originated from? Like Big Dingus and like the whole like what is it?
Eggplant?
The eggplant, yeah.
Eggplant, well, it started off just being an Instagram page, just wanting to make skits, just
On
do it.
Instagram page, you guys were like owning and like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
for sure.
I mean, if you follow Big Dingus, like you'll see everything from beginning to end. We haven't taken anything off, anything.
You did the whole Ferris Bueller sketch, like coming out the
My room and stuff.
yeah. That was funny as fuck.
Yeah, that was like one of the first ones too.
Yeah,
It's
I
crazy,
remember that,
and
yeah.
like you see how like our videos have progressed moving forward. It's really cool. It's really cool. But yeah, it started off as just like wanting to make recaps, just like my friends or like just what I wanted to do. Post our raw, unscripted, funny moments. Because this is literally what when the camera rolls, it's what happens. And people love it. I've got more feedback, and then the shows came about because like I just wanted to do like a birthday show, or I just wanted to play for my birthday for Retrospekt, and they were like, we can give you a stage, for the day, and I was like, I'm more than down, because they were trying to introduce like the whole 2-stage things. I mean, they've done it before, but they were trying to introduce it again, and so I got that opportunity, did really well. I had Ottawa as my headliner for the first time, because like that's what I've been trying to like show my potential is like, like I have like decent headliners, or like I don't even need decent headliners at the end of it, but it's like I can put a great lineup at the end of it too. And these are all like homies, people I know, or like people I'm just a fan of, and like not just me, but like other people who pitch these ideas, like, oh yeah. And sometimes like I ask like on Instagram, like who's an artist we should look out for, and then I'll bring them on and give them a chance, because that's literally what it all is. It's a platform to give people a chance, especially if I like your music and you impress me. Oof, easy one. I mean, it doesn't have to just be me too, like anyone on the team now, but
It was all
You said-
Who's the law? Like it's you. It's
Me, Two Shake, Cyanide Panda. We got Remnant, and you know it's growing. It's growing. You know, we still
Is
got,
Laws part of that?
yeah, I mean, I like to include him, but I don't know his plans moving forward. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I got
I don't
you.
know
I
his
got
plans.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Especially, I think he's moving too. So
Oh,
I'm
okay,
not
I
sure.
got you.
Yeah, not too sure, but
Damn. So let me ask you this: like going back to the whole like retrospect thing, and like these last series of shows that they're happening, like it seems to me like it's like it's a lot of people that's like making a certain changes in their life. That's kind of like pioneering like the
yeah,
I guess like the fiend of like retrospect. Like let's talk about you. Outside of like the retrospect, you know, you're talking about Big Dingus as well, like throwing shows with that. I know you've made some music as well yourself, right? Are you planning on doing any projects as that?
yeah,
like
yeah. I
with
mean,
Swoop?
I'm working on stuff, but like I get caught up in like a lot of other stuff, plus life in general.
Facts.
Life in general. Plus, I'm having
All of us, yeah, I feel it.
I'm having issues with my FL now. It's just like I'm trying to figure that out now because it won't save certain certain samples when I close it out.
Are you a FL user or
I am
Ableton?
FL. I am FL.
Gang.
Gang. But yeah, like certain projects get lost or not lost, but like they won't save certain stuff. So like once I figure that out, I'll probably get back on it. But I've just been kind of like focusing my attention like more like Big Dingus now, like you know Swoop alone, because like sometimes I can like focus too much attention on just one thing, you know.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, I feel
Plus, I'm getting older too. You know, I want to live my life. You know?
So do you would you say because I want to know more about like retrospect like and like your involvement with it because you've been involved with them like since the start, like
No,
since 2018, or when did you come into play with them?
I wouldn't
Or
say
everybody.
I wouldn't say from like the start, but like I did join like maybe like after 1 year
Okay.
anniversary. Yeah, like that was my first show. I went to their 1 year anniversary, and you know, me and Sloth has always been like a connection, everything. So he, you know, when I finally went, he welcomed me with open arms, and then like I just started meeting everyone on the team like one by one. And yeah, dude, it's been family ever since. It's cool. And then like
And you were DJing already?
I mean, I didn't DJ.
You're learning.
Well, I was still DJing, but like, I didn't really get a chance to like maybe like a few months later. And then I was kind of at that point where I was like, I want to do more than just DJing. So I started, doing recaps because I was like doing photography in a sense for a little bit, more like videos, you know, because I like doing videos. And I made a recap for their first Dogma. They fucking loved it, and they were just like, "Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep making recaps for us, keep going." Saw more potential, and then after Big Dingus, you know, they were like, "Yeah, he can put good lineups." So then eventually, I started becoming like an AR in a sense for them, and then I would help create lineups with Sloth. So sometimes we would go back and forth and just make lineups together as a team.
And for the most part, was it you and Sloth kind of curating the majority of the lineups? Or
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly him at first when he first started. Like he had the reins, but then like he would come to me every now and then, be like, "Hey, who can play this? Do you have a guy who plays this genre?" Every now and I'd pitch it to him because I have my lists of people ready to go. You know, who I want to book potentially. So I'm always like thinking. I'm always like trying to plan out and shit.
Let me ask you this: when several people are a part of that process, have you found yourself kind of getting into like, I don't want to say conflicts, but like back and forth with like, we should have this person, like, because I don't know how many people are involved in that process, but it seems like it's only just you and Sloth. Like, do you guys have the final say once you guys choose that lineup, or does that still have to go to like more people?
We have the final say. Say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I've always wondered like how many more people was involved in that process, and like how, because I could seem like, because even like I'll talk like even with coming from low end, like when Jose and I do the lineups, there's been times where like we go like back and forth like on some lineup selections, and I've always wondered like how that process looked like with you guys.
I didn't know who did it before Sloth, but when I found out he was doing it, and then he started asking me, I was like, oh, okay, like he's just doing it. And then like I would help him out every now and then, but I didn't want to take the role completely. So I was like, so whenever you come to me or if you need help, like I got you. But yeah, it's cool, you know, and going back and forth. No, I mean it's how do you say it? It's a business at the end of the day, but it's also like we want to test people out too, you know, like we're like this was a platform. We're here to like give people a chance.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, and plus, like I said, if you impress us with your music, it's easy win, dude. Like, say less. Like, doesn't have to talk anymore
Right.
at that point. Like, you're good. You're good. And, you know, that's what we do most of these lineups. It's people who we think are good, you know, who we like, you know, who we want to work with at the end of the day, too. Because it's like other collectives, like, you know, as well, that we try to get in there.
True. Damn. It's just I mean, working with any collective, there's just gonna be like a bunch of different budding ideas because everybody has ideas at the end of the day, you know.
And working with other collectives, it made the booking process easier, you know, because it's just like, oh, I know you. Like, okay, if we wanted to have a strictly house show, we know exactly who to talk to.
Yeah.
If we want to have an all bass show, we know exactly who to talk to, you know.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we could just do our homework and be like, let's go find a new cat, you know, find someone.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Carlos. What's your routine on finding a lineup? Like, how do you decide that?
How do me and Jose decide it? Well, it's fun. It's interesting because whatever I suggest and whatever Animal suggests, when it comes down to like the group chats and like meeting up, like it's always different. Like a lot of times it's always different. It's never like it's like kind of sometimes it's rare where we were like we're on a person like at the same time. Oh yeah, for sure. Because but a lot of times it's stuff that we will fuck with. You know, like a lot of the selections. Okay, yeah, like I'm feeling for that. I'm cool with that. But like for me, like when I'm looking at the selection, a lot of times I don't. A lot of promoters out here, they book off of attendance. You feel me? I don't do that shit. Like, and I think it's cool that promoters are telling these DJs like, hey, come through. Like, if you want to get booked, come to the shows and like let me see your face and like if you keep on coming to the shows, I'll book you. Like,
oh, but I don't think
I'm not gonna promise you that if you keep coming to the low end shows, you're gonna get booked just because other promoters do it that way. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying.
So like a lot of people have given me like weird ass like vibes or like because like they're like coming to the shows, but they think that coming to the like bro, I'm not that kind of promoter. I'm gonna look at your like when other artists see me as the promoter, you gotta also see me too as like the artist, like what I'm seeing it from the artist perspective too, because I'm not just a DJ. Like I'm a music producer, like first and foremost now.
Artist, dog. That's
yeah, and like I'm not just these promoters that look at a 10K like IG profile and say, "Oh, you're booked."
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, I'm not those. You know, from the business aspect, from the looks aspect, maybe a lot of promoters do that shit. They book off of like your social media, but
everyone has their own methods, you know.
You know, like we have a like I always try to get like people that makes sense for that particular event and the location, you know, because I think location plays a big part in the lineup. Like I think location number one play like if we're doing a show in Pomona or LA, maybe that lineup is gonna change because it just makes sense to have maybe a trending music producer from LA to come play the LA show versus the trending Riverside or the trending San Diego artist or DJ like to come play the show. There's so many things. I mean, I think for me, like, if we're talking about low end, like, I'll book you, and you don't gotta come to the low end show for me to not book you. Like, that's not a mandatory thing for me if you want to get booked for low end. Because some people they make that a mandatory thing. No, you gotta pull up, and like I get that perspective. Like, put effort in coming out for the community.
Yeah.
But like from a promoter aspect, like, dude, like your music's sick. Like regardless if you weren't able to come out to my shows beforehand or not, or you're just not that kind of person. Because some people are not that. They're not that person, bro. They're not that like, oh, I'm gonna go out just to fucking do the small talk bullshit. Like,
well, I'm just saying it's like it's not necessary. Because for one, what if you're busy doing other stuff?
And then that's what a lot of these.
Because I want to go to other shows, I got other things to do. I see
this argument about promoters getting mad that like. Promoters are getting mad about other DJs arguing that these promoters are not booking them because they're not pulling up. And it's like the promoters, they want these local DJs to pull up and attend. It's like, I get that you want heads there. Like, I get you want heads there. Like, I get it. But, like, it's just, I don't like the fallacy of, like, telling people, oh, pull up and, like, we'll get you a spot. Because a lot of times, some people don't get the opportunity because so many people are giving off of that fallacy that pull up. and we'll give you the booking. Like that seems to be like a lot of the key sometimes, and like that's not. I don't think that's the case. Like if you've never been to a low end show, that does not disqualify you from a booking. I'm gonna just say it like that, because a lot of promoters out here, specifically in SoCal, they tell you like, no, pull up and like, and then we'll look at you. No, that's not my take, and I'm not saying that's like a bad way to go about like A&Ring over there, like another promotion groups. But for me, like, dude, like, it's all good if you haven't pulled up to a low end show. Like, I've seen your SoundCloud, I've seen your like, if you have a portfolio, I've seen your portfolio, and I like it. I want you here.
That's
like,
what should.
whether if it's the music or the DJing, your track selection, like
That's what
every booking that I've done at low end has been specific. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been like, I can't really say like I booked them. Like when we do a low end show and you see the lineup, I've booked every artist that's booked on that lineup has been booked for a specific reason. Like each specific reason. They all share something in common, but they all have a unique angle to them that like wanted me to get them, right? So I mean, I think location plays a big thing. How big of a show is this?
Location is definitely important.
Yeah, I think location plays a big part. What kind of show you're throwing? Is it a bass show? Is it a house show? Is it a show that's pretty lenient on the genres? That plays a big part. Is this the kind of show that are me and Jose are just trying to put for like the much more newer DJs, newer producers, like give them that, is like, you know, are we trying to do a show where like we have our veterans, right? Because you know we see this from a lot of other like all of us, all the like, promoters they do this, right? They do a show where it's like newer lineup, and then they have like their veteran lineup, right? People they've worked for so many years, and that you know that's like that happens, and yeah, I don't know. It's just I love that question because I'm very picky with
I mean, you should be.
Yeah, like
it should be. It's an opportunity that most people don't get.
And
I don't
like the reason I think you are so picky though, like the way you're
it's never personal. It's just never personal too. I want to say it too. It's just never personal.
It's also the way you're building the brand and building low end. You know, like everything that you just said right now, it all factors in on how you want it to be ran, how you want it to be looked at, and how you want it to be promoted. So like you're not like you say, you're not booking the DJs to promote. So you're actually looking at maybe talent or maybe how they are, you know, like other stuff rather than promotion. Because like, bro,
we could go about it that way.
But a lot
of
amazing, talented artists, DJs, they're not good at fucking promotion like whatsoever. They're just good at their craft, you know. So like it's better, not better, but sometimes it's good not to go off like how they promote their shit sometimes.
But you know, I sometimes promotional groups sometimes don't have that flexibility to be creative in lineups because a lot of times they're in certain locations where they have certain pressures. You feel me? Maybe they can't make the lineups for like the underground, like you just said it yourself, Robert. Like they want to book these exciting underground lineups, but like the marketing, like their like they expect like their lineup to do the marketing, and when you try to do these underground like lineups, like it's very hard when you're just doing it by yourself, and then your underground lineup, like they don't really have like a proper efficient direction on how to market that show too. So I see a lot of promotion groups, you know, making interesting lineup selections, right? You know, when they book certain, like I look into some of these lineup selections, right? I look at some of these artists, and then I look into their Instagram, like, oh, I see why this is happening. And honestly, there's no hate, bro, but it's just like a lot of times these clubs want heads. These clubs want like the awareness of location. So a lot of times these venues get into like the booking process too. Like they want people to like make. I don't know.
It's not.
Sorry, go ahead. And I'm glad you bring that up, but like, and that's why I bring up the point of, dude, if you can amaze me with your music, I'm gonna give you a shot. Because some people, that's all they need is a shot, and that's why, with Big Dingus, with Retrospekt, I've seen this happen many, many times. You got a local, and they just blow the fuck up after that show.
Sure.
All the fucking time. Can you
name some?
I mean, Odd One's a good one. Rhino, man's killing it right now. Cure, I booked Cure. Now she's popping.
Cure, yeah, she's killing it. She's playing.
Went out to that when you booked her.
She's out good music.
I was so hyped. You don't know how hyped I was when y'all booked her, because I was like, no fucking like, because I was super trap and all that shit. And I'm like, No fucking way.
Yeah. There's another guy called I forgot how to pronounce. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Clegline, something like that.
Oh,
Clegline. Clegane. Yeah, he's popping too.
He was cool. He was cool. I met him at Retrospekt actually.
He played
Yeah. Okay. No, yeah.
Retrospekt.
But going back to like everything, it's just like I think what it is
Can't forget Discreet too.
shout out to Discreet.
That's the boy Discreet.
I think people think throwing a show is easy to the point where they think promotion is just posting it on their Instagram and the DJs posting it on like their socials, like, but that's not the case. Like when you're throwing a show, like you really got to do like promotional work. You got to do campaigns and shit, like set campaigns and shit. You got to find outlets that will promote your fucking show. Like you got to find these pages that actually promote shows and people actually look at it to be like, oh yeah, we're going here. Because like if you're not doing that part, that's the promotional part. That's what teams should have either promoters for, or they should be doing this. Like that's the part of the back end of the part that people don't see. They think they're just putting out this flyer with the DJs and the DJs are sharing it and that's it. Yeah. But that's never if a great show, that's never the case, bro. Because if you think about like a good let's see, like any sudden death show, like he's not promoting it like flyer on his social media.
Not every day, not every week type
he's
shit.
He's putting on his story maybe, but he's not posting that shit like as a post or anything like
that.
The
ads are doing the work, bro.
The venues are doing it.
The ads are doing the work.
Are like they're doing the work for him, you know. Like
unless it's like a big show for him, you know.
Only if it's his own personal show, that's his one he'll do it. But if he's getting booked, he's not doing that shit. Like there's no reason for me to post. There's no reason for me to post a flyer of your shit that I'm just a part of. Like it's your flyer, bro. Like it's supposed to be about you. Like I don't need to make that my own Instagram.
I'm your talent, bro. And you're exactly.
You feel me? Like I'm just gonna support it, like promote it, like stories, like I said, but like putting it like as a post, like that's kind of asking a lot. Maybe like if you told me to do it, I'd do it, but like that's not my job at the end of the day. You know, it shouldn't be any DJ's job to do that shit. Like period, or artist's job, especially artists. Like, bro, there's so much more thing that they could be spending their time doing than fucking learning how to promote. You know, like.
Well, that's why they have that saying: "Your craft speaks for itself." You know?
No, legit.
If people like it, you're gonna have people there.
And I think you're exactly right. Like some people will spend half-fold, like half their time just trying to find all these outlets and do whatever the case may be, and then half on their craft. And then like they're kind of splitting it when in reality you should just dive in on just the craft, because that's what's gonna get you further than anything else. I think is just the craft.
Yeah, because other people, there's other companies and other people there's other people and other companies that are willing to market your music. But I highly doubt there's other people and other companies that are willing to make your music and or like work on your craft.
Yeah,
that's why like I think the working on your craft is much more important than learning how to market it. Because if you don't know how to market it, there's resources and tools out there that will be able to assist you with that shit.
Do it for you.
Exactly, but I don't think there's people.
Okay,
I mean, Ghost Production, that's another thing, right? But like again, I just think there's like if I had to pay for something that's like regarding my project, it'd be marketing.
Well, see, like that's where is the other side to this. It's like if you're not the person to do it, if you're not good at it, pay someone to do it. Get someone on your team to fucking do whatever the fuck you need to do, but pay them, bro. Like if you want someone to do good work for you, you pay them good.
Don't be scared to ask for it either, dude.
Yeah,
because it's a common thing nowadays.
No, for sure.
You got all these like music brands are like, oh, we're looking for an intern, this and that. You know?
Yeah, and like, bro, I'm gonna apply to Excision's. He's doing a hiring camp, and they're looking for a bunch of like A&Rs, managers, and shit like that. So I'm gonna apply to that shit. But like, they're just seeing that like should show all artists like he's not doing it himself. You feel me? And that should be the case for all of us. You know, like it's our project, but we should learn how to delegate the work to other people sometime. And like once you learn how to do that, I feel like it's gonna be an easier stress on you because now you can just focus on.
Well, what I'm saying, you ever hear like certain DJs are like, oh, my management is telling me I have to post more. This is now Instagram. for that reason. You know, they just want to see more content. And I mean, they don't have to see it all the time because there's people that just, like I said, music speaks for itself. But you know, how good does it feel to have like a funny skit here every now and then? You know,
see, like even with that, like we're at the point now, like we're kind of past the point where the artist has to make the content.
No.
The artist does not have to make the content. Someone else just needs to make the content for like with their art or whatever the case may be is right. Like the artist doesn't need to be in that shit no more. And like there's legit fucking TikTok curator houses and sites where you could send your track to this website and it'll give you a list of people of TikTok influencers, creators or whatever. It'll show you all their fucking stats, pretty much how many views they get, comments, all this, and then they'll give you a pricing that they'll do some shit to your track or whatever you want. So you legit now get to like pick out like, okay, I want this person to make some type of like content to my track. You just got to pay them out. Like that's all you got to do now. You feel me? Like you really don't got to be the one in front of everything. No. You just got to learn that there's avenues to where people will do it, you know?
Everyone has a role.
And legit, like the hardest part is going to be the money. Like that's the hardest part about is funding yourself. So once you find the way to fund yourself, everything else should be smooth.
Yeah. And then like even when you're already at that point, you gotta understand you have a team. Like you have your booking manager, you have your fucking your vlogger who's always recording you. Yep. You know, you have
your person, your graphic designer.
Well, you know, who's making your
merch. Your graphic designer is the most important person on your team. I don't, other than you, like that motherfucker's either like
making your visuals, dog. Come on,
making my fucking music. Putting visuals to my music is fucking insane, bro. Like, and
making visuals, merch.
I think if my graphic designer quit today, I think I would be stressing. I'm gonna admit that. Santiago. If you were to quit today, homie, shout out to my Venezuelan graphic designer out there, Santiago /VD. Go check out his shit. If you guys like.
We're such Americans, dog. I hope you know that.
Oh, bro,
we're outsourcing our fucking visuals, our graphic designers.
Hey, damn, the Americans were not tripping. We are stealing their jobs and giving it to. Shit!
But we're American. Oh, so what you saying?
I'm saying that we're hypocrites. Shit. Because we're giving but anyway, shout out to Santiago. No, dude, like if my graphic designer was like, hey, bro, I'm not gonna do this no more. I mean, I'm not gonna like hold them hostage. I don't know, maybe, but I'll just be like, dude, it's all good. But I know for sure, like, it's gonna be. I think it'll be hard for me to find another quality graphic designer that like just understands me now. Just now because I've worked with. Like, once you work with a graphic designer for so many years, or I mean, at least I guess in my case, like now almost 3 years. Like it's like
they know your style.
They just know like when I tell them something, they already know like the visual lingo that I want them to go into, and like like it's just less revisions, and it's just always on top, like the first draft that I get. And I think that's very important. No, for sure. Like it's like a barber. You can't really change your barber. You can't really change your graphic designer like that. Like if you're like stuck to a signature visual look on your artwork, or just like any like merch, like especially if like your graphic designer is doing your merch, like. I don't know how involved. Like you could get your graphic designer so much more involved. Like
you could get that motherfucker paid.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if they're not from America, but yeah. Shout out to all the creatives outside of the United States. We fuck with y'all.
No, fuck yeah, we fuck.
Because honestly, bro, sometimes these inflation prices in America are not doing it for me. But I'm gonna get my bread up. Don't even trip. I'm gonna get my bread up. But sometimes y'all be charging too much. I ain't going front. I ain't paying $300 for artwork. I'm just saying it like that.
Oh,
fam.
You overpaying for artwork, fam.
Some graphic designer. One of my Facebook friends was like, I can't believe I can't find anyone or like none of my friends are able to afford like my services. Like my friends need to fucking get their bread up. And like I think people should get their bread up. But I don't know why you're mad. I don't know why you should be mad at the state of like get the financial state of your like
No,
Like, I don't know.
he wasn't mad at that. What that person was really mad at as their clientele, bro. Like he was mad at his own clientele, or that person was mad at their own clientele, and that's only a reflection of them. So they're just mad at themselves, bro. Like,
Is that what it is,
bro?
right?
Legit. Why am I keep going back to broke motherfuckers if that's my clientele? That's who you chose to be around, bro. Like you don't have to go to your friends for fucking whatever you want. There's people out there that'll pay you what you want.
That's what people are starting to do nowadays. They're just gonna DM you like, "Hey, you need artwork?" Like I just got one today. Like, "Hey, you need artwork?" I was like, "Cool."
Bro,
What's the most you'll pay for artworord?
I haven't paid for artwork.
Oh, good shit.
I haven't paid for artwork.
What's the most you think you'll pay for artwork? Or you're like, hell no. Like I won't pay 300. Fuck that.
I know I can make a flyer. Like that's why I'm like, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really pay for it.
Oh, so you know like with whatever it is that you want to like attach to visual wise, so you just know how to like you have that. That's cool.
Yeah, and like not to say like I made these last few flyers for Big Dingus because like I had the help of like Retrospekt team, you know. But even like when I envisioned it, like certain flyers, I was like, yeah, that's my idea, and it just came out the way it is. You know, I mean, that's all it takes is an idea. If you can pitch it and you know exactly what you want, you're not gonna have trouble with it. That's why the Dingus bunch came out so beautiful. I love that flyer.
It looks dope.
I love that fucking flyer.
It looks dope as fuck. True. So I think we're gonna wrap this one up a little short, just because I know y'all gotta do a little shit, but we still want to get into the guess the tempo. Well,
speaking on these last no, I guess we get to done with topics, right? We'll get to announcements and stuff. Can we expect any music from you anytime soon? Next month, this upcoming summer?
Yeah, I definitely got a mix coming out this month. So expect that. It's not rhythm too. So
what would it be? Can you tell us?
It's gonna be a little sexy and funky. So
for sure. Oh yeah. I fucking love her style. I'm down.
No, it's like probably like Latin tech house. Yeah,
Latin tech house. I feel it, bro.
That's the vibe right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Just like what I like of like that genre, you know, because it can get like a little.
Because like some people they be playing the Latin house mix and it's just like the regular shit, right? But this is a Swoop Latin house mix, bro. Like this ain't just like any other Latin house mix.
Yeah, nah. I mean,
it's a Swoop.
But I like mixing to other genres too. It's like some acid house too. It's in there. So it's like it's a cool mix. It's a cool mix. I'm really excited. Can
you explain acid house to those that are new time viewers that don't know what that is? Man, because I've listened to Acid House, but now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm trying to figure out how can I describe Acid House to like a new time person.
House, just a little more acidy.
It's got those weird sounds like as the song like.
Okay, let me ask you guys this: can someone who's never taken like acid be able to understand Acid House?
Yeah.
I understand it.
True. Okay. True. Okay. I feel that. I'm not surprising. That's not surprising, bro. It's not surprising.
Shouldn't be.
That's awesome. But dude. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, is there any other announcements you wanted to say?
I was just gonna say that.
Like I said, we got these last 3 shows for Retrospekt, so it'd be really awesome to have you guys come out. You know,
bro, I'm coming out to all the last.
Come enjoy these memories. But like I said, just stay in your seat because I mean, there's more to come for a Big Dingus at least. But yeah, I'm excited for the future. I mean, it doesn't even just stop a Big Dingus because I'm gonna keep going with Swoop. I got a few shows lined up after this weekend, so I'm gonna go play with was it Turnout Events? I believe Turnout Events. I forget the name, and then. The weekend after, we got Cyanide Panda's birthday bash for Zoo House. And then after that's the Dingus Bunch. So pretty excited. Pretty excited.
Well, hell yeah, bro. We'll be there for sure.
Link in the description. Everybody on YouTube and SoundCloud, if you want to go ahead and follow Swoop. Big Dingus. You heard the man. Retrospekt's last series of shows. Go ahead and follow Retrospekt as well. They have all their flyers and shows. All up on their page. I can't believe it, man. Like just with the whole Retrospekt. Like I'm glad that they did what they did. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't think there would have been any other event doing it in Corona like they were doing
It
it.
was a good 5 years,
It
fam.
was a great.
It was a great
long,
5 years. Yeah.
long 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like I don't know, Robert. I was expecting Retrospekt to.
Forever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just keep
Or yeah, I guess
Well,
just
well-
not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
that, like this, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, Retrospekt's coming to an end, but I wouldn't even say like it's the vibe.
It's evolving. It's
evolving. Yeah, it's
evolving.
evolving.
Okay, I
Mhm.
fuck with that.
It's
I like
evolving.
that. I look forward to hearing and seeing everything, and I'm pretty sure we'll get you guys back in here when all that goes on.
Yes,
So,
sir.
for sure,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. And just shout out to everyone else that was like participated in the Retrospekt team, and thank you guys for throwing fucking dope ass shows and booking dope ass artists, and R.I.P. Eric, he's fucking amazing.
R.I.P. Eric.
And,
Without the teamwork, no
Yeah.
Retrospekt. So shout out to everyone who helped out, who was part of that project.
Just thank you guys in general. You
Yeah.
guys are fucking
Yeah.
a staple in the Southern California scene for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
These last few years. So yeah, I appreciate it.
So thanks for coming through to the
course.
podcast, but now it's time for the fucking Guess That Tempo, bro.
Now it's
I'm ready.
we're not nice
Now
anymore.
it's time.
Shit gets
Nah,
real,
bro.
bro.
Shit gets
Uh-oh.
real, bro.
Uh-oh.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This new episode with Swoop here on the Spotlight, YouTube and SoundCloud. Link in the description. Go ahead and follow him. Retrospekt. Follow our page, Lose the Tempo, on Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, and hit the bell button to stay notified. See you guys on next episode. Let's get some tempos.